What up, guys? The Bench Buddies are back with my first college football video this year, kicking off the 2023 season. And it's going to be ranking every single football team this year in FBS. And what better way to get it started with ranking the worst to 101. And we're going to have separate videos here where it's going to go 100 to 51, and then 51 to 26, and 25 to 1, obviously. So let's get into it here. And we'll start with the worst team being UMass. They just are pitiful every year. It feels like last year they went 1-11, so they did get a win finally. Maybe they can get to 2 wins this year. We shall see. 132, you have Sam Houston State, a newcomer into FBS after going 6-5 last year in the FCS. Texas State at 4-8, not much to be said about them. New Mexico looking like another bad year for them as they don't have much to build on at 130. At 129, you have another FCS team transitioning into FBS football in Jacksonville State University. Now, this team is coming in off of a good year, 9-2 last year, and they just missed the FCS championship as well. And I think that's a team that, could have a good first year in FBS football. 128, you have Arkansas State Red Wolves. They're just probably going to be around the same record last year. A lot of these teams, in this video are going to be more than likely less than 500 this year. FIU, Charlotte, it's kind of same category. 3-9, 4-8 is what I see them doing this year. Hawaii, it seems like every year they get 3 or 4 wins and nothing crazy. Maybe this is the year they can pull one out and get 6 wins. I don't personally see that happening, but you never know. And then 124 are the Nevada Wolfpack. This team just a few years ago was a 6-6, a bowl game team, and last year they just stumbled to a 2-10 record. At 123, I have Northern Illinois University, and this slide has 4 MAC teams, and Akron is next at 122. They're looking to build off a very bad year. Hopefully they can get a little better than they were last year. Old Dominion, Louisiana Tech both went 3-9 last year, didn't have good years. And, kind of, I think the same, bottom of the conference, not in a good conference. So those teams do get taken advantage of. At 119, you have Kent State at 5-7. Maybe this will be the year where it takes them over the edge. I think their over-under is 4.5 this year. So they do need a little push to get to bowl eligible. At 118, you have Louisiana Monroe, and they went 4-8. Once again, nothing to write home about. But we have a 117 Ball State, a team that's been very inconsistent in recent years in the MAC, has been good one year. The next year comes back and doesn't make a bowl game like last year. And I think this is the year now they're going to have to turn that around and at least get to a bowl game this year. I'm not saying win the MAC, but at least win a bowl game. At 116, you got USF, and this team has been atrocious for the last 2 years. Yeah, they play in the American. They're the worst team in the American Conference by far. And, this year I think they have SEC team. I can't remember who, but coming to them. So more than likely they'll get nominated. And then at 115, you have UConn, a surprise story last year, going from 1 win a few years ago to 6-7, making a bowl game. And they look to repeat that success again this year. And 114 is UNLV, a team, that just ho-hum, just coasts to 5-7, 6-6 almost every year. 113, you have UTEP. Not much to write for them. The Miners looking to get to 6-6 this year. Colorado State and Temple, both of those teams with 3-9 records, wasn't pretty. I think kind of the same thing for them. Both the teams from the MAC, from Western Michigan and Central Michigan, coming in at 109 and 110 and 110. These teams are looking to bounce back after a year. Western fired their coach, brought in a new young coach, and can hopefully get them to 6-6, get them back into bowl season. And Central Michigan looking to, get back into bowl game as well. Then you have Rice at 108, and they made a bowl game off of default last year, and they lost it. New Mexico State 7-6, they made their bowl game and won it. Bowling Green, a team in the MAC that's right there in the middle. Same with Buffalo, right there in the middle. I don't think these teams are going to win the MAC, but they'll contend and possibly pull off an upset in the MAC to shake up the standings. Then the Georgia State Panthers, I think, are the best team on this list that can for sure get back to 6-6 just because of their conference. And 103, 102, and 101, the last 3 teams here before the video is over. You have Tulsa, Louisiana Raging Cajuns, and the San Jose State Spartans. And all these teams, I think, are capable of making a bowl game. Last year, San Jose State went 7-5, didn't play in a bowl game. Louisiana played in a bowl game and lost, and then Tulsa didn't make it to a bowl game. And I think all these teams, are the middle of the pack in their conference as well, and can possibly go to the next level this year, maybe get to 7-5, maybe even 8-4, build off a good season last year, where these teams have had success in recent years. But that's going to be it for this week's video. Make sure you guys come back next week to see the rankings from 100 to 51. So all you got to do is hit that subscribe button down below to be up to date in our channel and to be entered into our giveaway. But until the next time, the Bench Buddies are out.